Thank you for joining me in this series, How to Overcome Fear. As I've been sharing with you, fear is a spirit. It's not an emotion, it's not a feeling, and it doesn't come from God. Is there something you're afraid of today? The truth is, we've all experienced fear at one time or another. Whether it was fear of a bully at school, fear of some troubling medical diagnosis, fear of financial loss, or fear concerning our marriage or our children. But fear will cripple you. It will rob you of your peace of mind. It'll hold you back from your dreams and from realizing the destiny that God has for you. The Bible has a lot to say about fear, where it comes from, why it's so dangerous, and how God can enable you to overcome fear once and for all. In Proverbs 29, King Solomon warns that the fear of man brings a snare. But he goes on to say, whoever trusts in the Lord shall be safe. Notice the huge contrast here. When you allow fear to govern your life, you end up in bondage. You end up in a snare. Solomon described it that way, a snare, a trap. But when you trust in the Lord, you can rest in the peaceful assurance that you'll be kept safe from harm. One of the serious consequences of fear is that it tends to attract the very things that you're afraid of. Faith, on the other hand, it's a powerful force. Faith is believing. Faith is trusting God that He will do what His Word says He'll do. Faith is laying hold of those promises of God. Fear is the opposite of faith. King David was a man who faced many fearful situations throughout his life, but he discovered that the Lord could deliver him from fear and replace it with faith. In Psalms chapter 34, verses 3 and 4, it describes how David's fears lifted. How? When? When he worshiped the Lord. Listen to his words. He said, "Oh, magnify the Lord with me, and let us exalt His name together. I sought the Lord, and He heard me, and delivered me from all my fears." You know, that can be your testimony today as well. Take your fears to the Lord, worship Him, magnify Him, and you'll soon see that God is so much bigger than the fears and the problems you face today. As David discovered, God will set you free from every fear. God bless you.